In today's video, I'll sum up our 3 lessons learned from our first 4 weeks of training. But first, I'll chat a little bit about what we have been doing, how it went, and our plan for activities coming in April, such as a course jumping, competition, and training clinics. If you want to skip to the lessons learned, skip to this time in the video. So let's chat. Okay, so it has now gone 4 weeks since I picked up Chica, and we are now out on a little walk after our training session in the arena. Chica did, of course, very well today. But so, it has now been 4 weeks since I first picked up Chica, and the past 4 weeks has been just amazing. I didn't know what to expect really. Do I think it was up to expectations? Yes, most definitely. I think it was somehow better as well. So as of now, I am out walking with Chica, and I thought I would talk through the past 4 weeks. So when we first got Chica, we started very slow, and I remember our first training session inside the arena, and we had so much problems with getting the canter and just working our way through that initially. That has been a main goal for the past 4 weeks, and I think that we're really starting to get somewhere. At least it's now better. And hold up, Chica's gotta pause for a little food break. That's of course okay, she's been a good girl. But yeah, so the canter work has been one of our main priorities the past 4 weeks, and we've also tried having at least one jumping session each week, and then another session each week where we only had the pole work on the ground. Otherwise, we have had a lot of trails, we've done a lot of walking outside, and also she has gotten some time off as well. But it has been quite an intense 4 weeks, so Chica is now going to get a couple of weeks off just to get some rest while I am also, fed enough, away due to work. So, but everything is sort of coming together. So the canter has been some of the main work that we've done the past 4 weeks, and we've had one jumping lesson each week and also one pole session each week. We've also had some dressage work where we've also worked with our transitions, working with, keeping her collected in the canter but not too behind the vertical, and she tends to crawl her neck a bit. And for the jumping, we haven't done too much of a jump. Our first jumping lesson was only pole work on the ground, where we worked in trot and just sort of getting her balanced. That was the only main goal. So we worked our way through the trot poles, getting her balanced and just making her rise her head up and sort of prepare herself for what's coming. And then we started the second lesson with some canter transitions between the poles. So then we had some trot poles working towards the canter poles. And that was when the canter transitions really started to come together, and that was so much fun the first time. After that, we started pushing a bit more. So our third jumping lesson, we actually had some lines and some small fences that we could jump, and that was really fun, and I think Chica also found it very, very much fun. And then for our fourth and last jumping session, we had sort of a confidence boost. We set up, started with the trot poles on the ground, then we worked our way up to canter, and then we slowly set up a combination with 3 small fences, and the last fence ended up being 85 centimeters, just to get her to stretch a bit and to work through her whole body in the jump as well. That was very fun and Chica definitely made it clear that that was a lot of fun as well. So in between all these jumping lessons, so 4 jumping lessons in total, we had plenty of pole work, working with transitions between the pole work, working with canter transitions between the 2 poles, and also some small lines, finishing with a small jump, just to sort of challenge her balance a bit more. And it was slowly working our way towards the more challenging and difficult lines in the arena. But we've started pretty easy with some diagonal lines, some figure of 8, and not doing too much really. Just trying to get her balanced and to enjoy her work. I'm starting to get tired in my hand now. And so everything has been going very great. Chica has settled very well into her new stable. And unfortunately, we have had a bit of a quarantine situation here due to some illness or sickness of a virus spreading from a different stable, which fortunately hasn't come here. So we're just crossing our fingers right now that we keep it that way. So we haven't been able to go anywhere, and I am very much looking forward to when we can start having our training clinics over at where our trainer is stationed. Stopper vi. Yeah. Today it's Thursday and I'm leaving on Monday, and I'll be gone for 1.5 weeks. So then Chica's gonna get her winter break, and that I think is gonna be nice. Then as soon as I'm back again, we are going to join our first course jumping, and that's gonna be very exciting. So we're just gonna start easy with some poles on the ground, and then maybe 20 or 40 centimeters. I haven't decided yet. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then the first week of April, we are gonna have a probably gonna have a 3-day course jumping class with our trainer. So then we're gonna finally drive with a trailer and my new car, and we're gonna head over there. Ooh. And that's gonna be very much fun. And after that, we're gonna have in the late April, we're gonna have our first competition, jumping competition, of course. So everything is starting to fall into place, fall in order. Our training sessions has been so good, and we are very lucky with having an excellent trainer here at the stable. So even though we had some quarantines here at the stable, we were still able to get our weekly lessons and have guidance as well. And then now she's gonna have a winter break, and when we're back, we're gonna have our first course jumping. We're gonna have a bigger training clinic at our trainer's place, and then we're having our first competition as well in April. So April is gonna be a very exciting month, and I am very much looking forward to coming back to Chica after her winter break. So one of the main lessons that I've learned for the past few weeks is to have some small breaks in the middle of the riding session. So Chica is only 5 years old. She's gonna turn 6 this year, and I notice as soon as we get started working on some new exercises and such as canter work, transitions and so on, she gets very eager but also kind of stressed if she doesn't get that break. So one lesson learned is that we need to take breaks through our training sessions just to keep her calm, and also making sure that she's ready to take on to new exercises and actually be able to learn. So because if it gets too full in her head, then she's not going to be able to take into account what we're trying to learn her or teach her. And we're just stopping to smell at some horse poop along the way. The second lessons learned that we've had for the past few weeks goes more into the jumping sessions. So we find that Chica tend to crawl her neck up and sort of make her much more shorter than she is, and she is a long horse, so she can't be sort of crawling her neck through the jumps or on the way towards the jump. So what we've learned is we need to have her nose more up in the front, not going behind the vertical line, to be able for her to be more balanced and also see what is coming in front of her. And the third lesson learned is the power of transitions. I don't think I've ever done so much transitions throughout our sessions ever. And just because we need to find our balance and we can't keep on canter for as long as a more balanced or powerful horse might have been able to. So we need our transitions to keep balance and not lose it throughout the canter work. Otherwise we sort of lose the balance a bit on the long side in the arena, where she tends to go faster and faster. So we definitely need more transition work, but we've also seen the powerful effect that the transition work can do. Okay, now we're at the end of our little walk after our arena ride today. And now Chica's gonna get to stay outside for a bit longer and just enjoy the sun. We've been blessed with so good weather today, so she's gonna enjoy that. And I'm very much looking forward to April, and the past 4 weeks has been amazing. It's a dream coming back, truly.